Hi guys, my name is Bianca and today I wanted to share with you this top that I've been seeing on the internet for a while. So this is how it looks and I'll show you how I do that. Let's get started. Alright, so the size that I'm working with is as extra small, which is about 31 to 33 inches. I'll be working on an easy number, which will be 32. So this would be the size of their bra. Now, as I mentioned, 32 inches. If we do it in fours, then we will have the front, which would be 16 inches, as well as the back. Now, half of the front would be 8. So 8 each. That will give us the width of the bra cup. However, we want part of this cup to be around the back here. So we divide it by half, which would be 4 inches. So all of this now would be 12 inches. Likewise, the other side, if you get what I'm saying. And that's how you'll get it. So we want it to be, we want the width to be 12 inches. And that's for a extra small. For the length, which would be where the boob is, you will simply, this will be the boob, and the length from the nipple to the underbust for extra small is about, so for extra small it would be about 5 inches, and we got the measurement by measuring from the nipple to the underbust, which is about 3 inches for extra small, and we just add 2 inches for it to be 5 inches in total. So 3 plus 2, 5, and that's what we have to just cover the top. Now you can use this for any other measurements. For example, where I have the person is 40, you just simply divide it by 2 to get the 20, and in fours you get 10 for each section. And in total you have the width for 15 inches, and the length would be about 6.5 to 7 inches, and that's for that size. Alright, so the yarn that I'll be working with is Red Heart Super Saver acrylic yarn in the color saffron. Yes. And scissors, my crochet hook 4.0 mm, and a tape measure. So we're going to start by making a knot, and remember I wanted my length to be 5 inches, so I'm going to chain 20, and when I'm at the 19th chain I'll block that off and chain 3 more. When I do so, I'll get my 20th chain, and then I'll insert it in the 4th chain from the hook, which will be 19. So I'll double crochet until the end. So to get the width that we need, what we're going to do, initially we had 8 inches. We had 12 inches in all, and that would be the 8 inches from the front and the half of the back, which was 4. However, we want the front piece, half of the front, to start decreasing. So we're going to use 8 inches only to have the same length, same 5 inches in all. So from the half of the front piece and half of the back, which will be 8 inches in all. So we'll have 8 inches in width and 5 inches in height. So that's what we're going to do. So after finishing the first row, I check to see if I have 20 chains, which I'm doing now. And when I have the chain that I needed, then I'll just simply turn, chain 2, and double crochet. Start from the second chain, not the first, which has the chain 2. So I'll do that until the end. So far I have 8 rows, and just to check if I am at the mark where I need 8 inches, which is 4 inches from the front and 4 inches from the back, I am going to measure it to show you. So ignore where the severed piece is, should be 0, but we're going to use the 1 as 0 and 2 as 1, 3 as 2. However, it's at 6 inches, but what I'm going to do is to chain either 1 or 2 more rows to get that 8 inches in all. I now have the length that I desired, so I'm going to chain 2, turn my work to start decreasing. What some persons do is by inserting in the second and the third chain, and simply by pulling through 3, pulling through 1 for their decrease. But that's not what I chose to do. But if you choose to do that, that's totally fine. What I did was chain 2 and then insert in the third chain, and that's how I do my decreases. I will do the same, continue with the chain, double chain, until I have 2 stitches left, where I'll ignore the second to last chain and insert in the very last chain to have the decrease on the other side. Then when I do so, I'll just chain 2 and repeat the same. So I'll start decreasing until I get the number of stitches I need to start the chain at the end. So at the end I should have 18 chains because I decreased on both sides. So if you had 25 chains, you should have 23. So after that is confirmed, then I will chain 2, ignore the second chain, and into the third chain with a double crochet, and I'll do that for in the middle of the cup until I'm at the last, second to last, where I will ignore the second to last chain and enter into the last chain with a double crochet, and I'll do that until the pattern or the top gets smaller. So after decreasing until I have 4 inches, because remember we had 4 inches from the back and half of the front, which was also 4 inches, so we needed 4 inches again to meet that full cup of 12 inches in all. So after that I had my 4 inches, but I also had 6 chains in all. So what I'm going to do is to repeat those 6 chains for a total of 16 rows to get the length that I need for a size small. So for a size extra small. So for a size small, what you will do is maybe add 1 more row. Likewise for other sizes, you just add an extra 2 rows. So if it's a medium, compared to the extra small, you'll add 3 or 4. Same for large, you'll add 4 or 5, etc. But as long as you follow the measurements and after you decrease it until the full length that you need for the cup, you'll continue with that chain for the amount of times you need until you're finished with the end. So I have 16 rows for extra small, and for a small you can add 1 more row, for medium maybe 2 more rows, and it increases size, different sizes. So here I'm just making the chain
that I'll use as my strap. So for this size, I'm making 100 chains, and I will slip stitch until I am at the end, and then I'll just do the border around until we're at the end of the back portion. So I'm just going to make my 100 chains, slip stitch, and then until I reach the base where I started making the chains. So I am now at the base where I'm just going to make my border of a single crochet around until I'm at the end. So for the spaces where we'll have the double crochet, I will put 2 single crochet in that space. But for the other space, I'll just put 1 single crochet. Like this one, I'll put 1. In this one, I'll put 1. And then I'll put 2 in the wider spaces. So I'll repeat that until I'm at the end. Right there. So we're now at the end. So what I'll do is to chain 1 to give me the height that I need to make the loops at the back. So remember we had 20 chains in all, and I want 4 loops only. So 4 into 20, 5 times. So I am going to chain 4 more and then make a single crochet in the 5th chain. So I'll do that right now, making 4 chains. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll make a single crochet, and I'll repeat that until the end. So with the extra yarn, we're going to weave it under our single crochet for our border. So start by chaining 1 and then a single crochet until we are at the end of the cup. So we're at the end, and where it should look somewhat up like a spatula, just like this. And after that, you should chain the same amount of chain that you had on the other side for your string. So I made 100. So I'm going to chain 100 and then slip stitch to come back this side, where I'll slip stitch as well to give me a flatter part so that it's not too high. So I'll start off by making my chains. Remember, it's 100 chain, and I'll slip stitch to come back to the base. So I am at the end, and I'm going to slip stitch until I reach the end where I already have my chain 100. So right here, I am just going to pull up a loop and then turn my work, find a loop from the back, and insert my crochet hook so that I'll pull through the loop. So find a loop, wrap the yarn around the hook, pull through. Sometimes it is very hard to do so, but put your hook through, put the yarn around, pull, pull it tight, then pull it on the chain, and then crochet that in. So yarn over, pull through, and then cut your yarn, and that's it. And then pull tight, then you can weave it in however way you like.
So we've completed this part of it. So it should look something like this, and this is what I'm showing you. So it should look something like this, and then we need to make this section, which is the wrap piece or wrap portion, the other cup. What we're going to do, we need to have the same length that we started out with for this one. So we started with 20 chains, so we need to make the same amount of chains with the same amount of rows before we start decreasing. So we made 10 chains, 10 rows with 20 chains, right? And we start decreasing here. So I've started to make my chain of 20, which this is the first row. So this is one, so I have 9 more rows before I decrease. So I'll do so and meet you when I'm at the 10th row. So you should have your rows, the amount of rows you had before working with this, before you started to decrease. You should have the same number of rows. So remember, I had 10 and now I have 10 here. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we're going to start decreasing until we have 6 chains. So chain 2, or until you get the number of chains you had on this stretch. So I had 6. How much you had before, decrease until you get that amount. So so here you can see that we are at the mark that we need, where we have 6 chains. We're going to repeat this row for 3 more times. So chain 2, insert the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, and the last one. And this is our last row. Three, 4, 5, and 6. Alright, so your work should be looking something like this. Alright, so we're finished with this, and your crochet hook should be pointing this way. What we're going to do, we're going to fold it in half with count the 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Divide by 2, which is 2, so it should be like this. So we have 2 rows on this side, and the other 6 stitches on this side. So we have that. Fold it in half, and what we're going to do is this. With this hook, you're going to insert under this and through right here, this chain. When you do so, you're going to slip stitch. So it's a bit tricky, but you'll get the hang of it. Onto the other, insert in the second chain, push through, oops, insert in the second, and insert into the second. Well, it will be the third and then what you're going to do is insert right here from the bottom to the top of the second stitch, like so, and slip stitch. So again, insert in the third, look for the third in this row that you're joining in, and this will be the third. So in between, and go up, yarn over, slip stitch. The fourth, look for the fourth one, which will be this, through up the top. And then with the last one, insert through this and this, like so. You should have something similar to this. Like this. So what I'll do again is to show you how I started. So again, we ended on this part where we had the fourth row with the 6. We're now going to put it in half to match the other 6th row. So you're going to insert in the first row, yarn over, pull through, insert in the second, push through, insert in the second. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will be the second one because we did the first one already. And slip stitch. Insert in the third. Look for the third. So that will be the third one. So yeah, I already did 2, 3. Insert right here. Push through. Yarn over. Pull through all. Insert in the fourth. Insert here to be the fourth. Because 4, 5, 6. Yarn over. Pull through. Insert in the fifth one. Remember 5, 5, 6. Insert. Yarn over and pull through. And the last one. Insert to the last chain, pull over and slip stitch. So that's what it should be looking like. So what we're going to do, so this is how it should look like so. So what we're going to do is to make the edging. So we are going to chain 1, turn our work, and start to single crochet around until I reach the top. We're going to do the same as this one, where we chain 1 to start and then chain 4, inserting the 5th. So that's what we're going to do. We'll do that for the other 4s. We need 4 to skip 4, enter the 5th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, entering the 5th one. So single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 in the 5th, single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th, single crochet, alright. So after you've made your loops, then you at the end of the loop you chain 1 and then you single crochet all the way down. So I'll show you how I ended mine. So single crochet, and then this row I will put, normally I will put 2. I'm going to, sorry, okay, my battery died. My battery died, and then sort of this was recording, hence why this is already cut over. Let me just show you. So chain 1, right, pull this up, insert right here, hook the yarn over the crochet hook, pull under, hook around and pull through. So you end it like so, and this is what you should have. So these are your two pieces, and at the end you'll weave in these stitches. So you should have these. Now what we're going to do, we need this piece to come through this piece. So you take your hook, push through. That's why we had this, and push your hook through each string, and you just pull them through. Pull them both through, and this is what you'll need to do now. You're going to pull this entire piece all the way through it, because there should be some gathering, and this is what it is looking like so far. Smooth it out however you like. So this is it, guys. So what I did, I just took away the extra thread, push through, and this is how it looks. So that's the side, other side, and this is the back. So as you can see, you need more string length. It's totally fine, and if you want you can have a different edging, but this is how it looks. I didn't crisscross this because it'll give me the bulge at the top, so I let it stay and crisscross and tie it at the back. So this is how it should look when you're finished. So this is the finished product. And you can do any color that you wish to do. If you like to do two different colors, maybe one purple, one yellow, whatever color you like. You can also do the edging if that's not too much for you, but this is it. So I'll see you guys next time, and I'll try to make a video where I do single crochet using this pattern. So see you next time, guys. Bye.